What's up, family? Man, I'm gonna give you guys a minute to get up in here before we get started. Man, excuse the lighting. I'm in a different room today. Second to adjust the camera. Like, there we go. Whew. It's been one of those days. One of those days. Come on in, family. Come on in. Man, it's gonna be kind of rough today. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be too bad, but it's gonna be kind of rough. You know what I mean? Man, it is what it is. What's up? It is what it is. Hey, so I got some tea. So if you see me look down, I'm holding my little thing of tea. I was talking about it earlier. For those of you that were waiting for me to come on live Friday evening and Saturday, man, I apologize for that. Man, I was at the doctor. I had a physical on Friday afternoon. And what's up with you, Eileen? Man, I'm glad you were able to make it today, Eileen. I had a physical Friday, and I don't like going to doctors, man. There's something about going to doctors to me that just don't sit right with me. You know what I mean? It just don't sit right with me. To each their own. You know what I mean? But I had a physical that I had to do. I haven't had a physical in 10, 12 years at least. You know what I mean? At least 10, 12 years. But I just went just so that the queen to know that I'm okay. You know what I mean? 'Cause our women, they get worried about us sometimes, and I don't know what it is about us as guys, as why we don't like going to the doctors. But man, you know, I believe in take care of yourself. You know what I mean? If you take care of yourself, then man, I don't need nobody else to tell me. You know, I'm good, Eileen. You know, it's just, man, I take care of me. You know what I mean? I'm in better shape than most 40, 30-year olds. You know what I mean? Just real talk. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, I believe in preventive maintenance. You know, I believe in taking care of yourself. I believe in watching what you eat. I believe in watching what you drink, watching what you consume. You know what I mean? And physical exercise. You know what I mean? I believe in taking care of yourself, doing natural things. I don't believe in popping pills and all that other crap. You know what I mean? I believe in natural remedies, natural herbs, stuff that God has blessed us with. You know what I mean? That don't have side effects. You know what I mean? A lot of times we go to the doctors and they give us these pills, and man, you know the side effects. What's up with you, Loretta D? I'm glad that you're able to make it. The side effects from these pills are worse than the freaking initial problem. You know what I mean? And so we know that with the natural remedies, the natural plants and herbs that God's blessed us with, man, there ain't gonna be no side effects. You know what I mean? Talking about the beast today. Beast. Man, I was watching a movie earlier today. What's up with you, Raymond? Man, the Queen. Just finished watching this movie actually. Beast with Idris Abri. I don't even know if I pronounced the guy's name right. I apologize if I messed it up. What's up with you, Jose? And we just watching this movie, The Beast. And the movie's about this young guy, or elderly, not elderly, but middle-aged guy. And he's married, him and his wife going through some issues. They separate, you know, and she gets cancer and dies. You know what I mean? And he has his two beautiful daughters that he takes on a trip to South Africa. That's where his wife is originally from. It's where he met his wife at, and takes his kids back to the motherland, back to her hometown, you know. And they meet this guy that introduced them, and just goes on. It's about this crazy lion that's hunting and killing everybody, right? And he's trying to survive. He's trying to take care of his family, you know. Pretty good movie. But the movie got my wheel spinning. And it's a trip because we're so quick to demonize stuff. You know what I mean? We're so quick to demonize stuff. And actually, earlier today, I was thinking about talking about witches, you know, because I love making tea. You know what I mean? And stay with me. I'm going somewhere. It's talking about witches, how we're quick to call somebody a witch. You know what I mean? How we're quick to say that's the devil. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, we have to understand, you know, the beast is within us. You know what I mean? The beast, the monster, the demon, whatever you want to call it, that's within us here. You know what I mean? We have to understand that. You know what I mean? That your evil thoughts, your bad thoughts, your wicked thoughts, whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? The bad frequency that you get on, whatever. Man, that's the monster. That's the monster. You know what I mean? That's the beast that keeps us from reaching our full potential. That's the beast that keeps us locked up, that keeps us shackled up. You know what I mean? We're our own worst enemy. We are our own worst enemy. The beast within us, our ego, how we think, how we process stuff, the stupid shit that we constantly do. That's the problem. That's the problem. But we don't want to look at all that stuff. You know what I mean? We want to look at everything else externally as being a monster. We want to say Donald Trump is a monster. We want to say the Democratic Party or the Republicans and Nazis and racial people, you know, people that are prejudiced. We want to say all these other people are the bad guys. We want to say all these people, they're the monsters. They're the evil ones. Nah, it's you. It's you. I know you think you all that. You know what I mean? It's you, your thoughts. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that? Nobody could tear you down like you tear yourself down. Nobody can make you feel bad like you can make yourself feel bad. Nobody tells you to keep doing the stupid ass shit that you keep doing that keep fucking up relationships but you. Nobody has you out there hoeing and tricking and doing all this stupid shit but you. Nobody has you out there stealing and all this other stupid shit but you. You're the one telling yourself that you're fat, that you're ugly, that you're not going to get a guy. You're the one that's saying that you suck as a parent, you suck as a girlfriend, you suck as a wife, you suck as a husband, you suck as a boyfriend. It's you. It's you. You're the monster. You're your own enemy. It's a trip because we look at, you know, as guys, we look at women, man, these bitches are off the fucking hook today. I was having this conversation, you know, the other day at the gym. Yesterday at the gym, you know, guys, man, bitches today, they on a whole nother fucking level. They do. You know what I mean? And just, man, women off the fucking chain, according to what these guys are saying. It's like, okay, I understand that. But that's not all women. And then you got to look at, well, okay, what transpired to get them on that level? What transpired to make them the way that they are? What happened in their life for them to react the way that they did? It's a trip because we don't want to look at all that stuff. We don't want to look at all that stuff because we don't want to see ourselves as being bad guy. We don't want to see ourselves as being toxic. We don't want to see ourselves as being evil. We don't want to see ourselves as being unhealthy. So it's easier for us to blame everybody else. It's easier for us to say, well, man, I'm not as bad as those other motherfuckers over there. I'm not as bad as this person over here. I'm not as bad as that person over there. And the reality, none of those other people have shit to do with your life. None of those other people have shit to do with your growth and development. None of those people have anything to do with where you're at spiritually and emotionally. You're your own enemy. You are your own enemy. And I know you've looked at your ex and all these other people as the enemy. We've been trained to look at everybody else as the enemy. But it's you. You. It's not your disrespectful kids. It's not your crazy ass wife. Your lazy ass husband. Your narcissistic husband. It's you. You're the problem. You're your enemy. And the trip is, just like you're your own worst enemy, you're your own savior. You're your own savior. You have to come save yourself. You have to change your own life. But for whatever reason, we think that we don't have that type of power. For whatever reason, we think, man, we got to go to church, or we got to go to the mosque, we got to go to the temple, or we got to look beyond ourselves for somebody to come rescue us. You know what I mean? And so many young women, they're looking for a husband. They're looking for this knight in shining armor to come in and sweep them off their feet and just make life grand for them. Because for whatever reason, they've been convinced that they can't do that themselves. And so they gotta have this guy come in and just sweep them up off their feet and be their knight in shining armor and do whoop de whoop and just provide for them and take care of them and spoil them and do all this bullshit because they've been taught that they can't do it themselves. So many of us, we're taught, man, you gotta go to a doctor. You gotta go somewhere else to get some information to take care of you. I'm not against doctors, don't get me wrong. But my mentality is, man, why am I going to go pay you to take care of something that I can get in contact with or connection with Source, God, the Most High, universe, infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom? I could talk to my ancestors and get some true, real medicine that's not going to fuck me up. Why would I trust you? Why would I go trust somebody that I don't know? What's wrong with me that I can't trust my own intuition? What's wrong with me that I can't trust the God within me to guide me on the right path? Not only so that I can fix the problem, but so that I can eliminate the problem and prevent the problem from coming back. And so that I don't put myself in that situation to where I have those kind of problems. I don't have to go to some stranger to ask them, man, well, hey, can you help me get on a diet? And can you help me lose weight? And can you tell me what medicines I need to take for my high blood pressure and my low blood pressure and my diabetes? And man, I shouldn't have to ask nobody for that shit. I especially shouldn't have to go pay nobody for that information. Man, the internet is wide open. You use it to get on and look up all this other stupid shit. Why don't you use it for something that's going to benefit you? You get on to see what's going on in everybody else's business. Why don't you use it for your own research, for your own growth and development? How hard is it to get on there and say, man, what are the medicinal benefits of different herbs? You don't even have to push in buttons like you used to. When I was a kid, man, we had to go to the library and we had to pick up encyclopedia books and other reference books, and we had to know specifically what it was we were looking for. Now, all you gotta do is pick up your button, ask Google, ask whatever the girl's name is, Alexis or whatever the girl's name is, you know what I mean? That's all you gotta do. What are the medicinal benefits? Are there any medicinal benefits? Here's a trick. Something that God had to show me. Something that I believe with every fiber of my being. For every plant that is out there that mankind knows of, there are medicinal benefits to it. For every weed that we think, I'm not talking about the bud that y'all smoke, you know what I mean? But for every weed that dandelions, you know what I mean? Stinging nettles, all these other different things. Those aren't weeds. We call them weeds because we think they're useless. We think there's no benefit to them whatsoever. But for every one of those things, there are medicinal benefits to those things. Somebody had to teach you that was a weed. Somebody had to tell you that plant was useless. And we believe that because somebody else told us that. But if you do your own research and get connected to your greater good, the Most High, your Savior, the rescuer within you, whatever you want to call it, man, you'll find out, man, there's a whole lot of benefits to that stuff. So a whole lot of benefits to that stuff. What's up with you, Scott? Man, the beast. We're talking about the beast, the monster. How we think is our monster. How we think is the fucking problem. You know what I mean? For real. But we're so woke and we're so enlightened and whoop doo doo. Man, we don't understand that. We don't understand that. I was listening to this interview, Deion Sanders talk one day, and he was talking about why he coaches and just the passion that he has for coaching. And I was thinking about, man, why I make these videos. You know, because when I started making videos, it was just for my kids and my grandkids, just to share some of the knowledge with them. But now it's changed. Why do I make the videos? Man, I make these videos, man, with the hope and prayer that somebody can hear something. Something is said that contradicts somebody's beliefs. Something is said that contradicts somebody's negative self-image. Or some crazy shit that we've bought onto. We believe this shit with every fiber of our being, not even understanding that it's detrimental to our growth and development, not even understanding that it's toxic and it's messing us up. I was in the kitchen and I was talking to this young lady, and I was telling her some of the stuff that I put in my plants, my plants, but in my teas, what I make my teas with sometimes, and man, there's a whole list of stuff that I use for my teas. You know what I mean? A whole list of different things that I use. Why? Because there's medicinal benefits to those things. I used to have diabetes and got rid of it. Why? Because when you know better, you got to do better. I used to have high blood pressure and all that other shit. You can fix that shit with your diet and what you consume and your exercise and your lifestyle. You are responsible for your own life, family. And the truth is, it's that monster within you that has you overeating. It's that monster within you that has you thinking that it's okay for you to eat all that junk shit. It's that monster within you that has you think, oh, I ain't got to exercise. It's that monster within you that has you thinking that it's okay for you to keep listening and watching this stupid ass shit on TV and keep listening to this stupid shit on social media and this crap music. It's that monster within you that's rocking you to sleep. That's letting you know, it's okay. This ain't gonna hurt you. It's not good. It's all right. Man, thank you, Scott, man, for that confirmation. Just somebody else that said, man, the blood pressure medicine, you know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you that you ain't got to take that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell you that, man, God has blessed us with natural remedies that's not gonna fuck our life up. That's not gonna fuck our bodies up. That's not gonna fuck up our livers and our kidneys. And see, the trip is, some of us, we look at ourselves in the mirror and we think, okay, I look good, I'm okay, I feel okay, not even knowing the damage that you're doing internally to your organs because you can't see them. You can't see what you're doing to your liver every time you get drunk. You can't see what you're doing to your brain cells every time you get drunk. You can't see what you're doing to your kidneys and to your liver and to all your internal organs every time you pop those fucking pills. You don't see the damage that you're causing. And you don't understand the damage that you're causing because the truth is told, you're not in alignment with God. You're not in alignment with the Most High. You're not in alignment with Source. You're not in alignment with infinite knowledge and wisdom. Because if you were in alignment with infinite knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you wouldn't be doing those things. You wouldn't be destroying the temple. You wouldn't be destroying your body. We have to grow up. You have to grow. You ain't got to do shit. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do shit. But if you want to grow up, if you want to reach your full potential, man, you got to grow up. And you have to start taking accountability and responsibility for your life. The shit you watch, the shit you consume. And that's one of the hardest things to do is talk to people about their fucked up diet. and their fucked up lifestyle. Where was I at? I was somewhere the other day. Saw this young kid pull out this vape. And man, he was just puffing and just puffing. And I'm sitting there just looking at him like, fuck. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, we can't even pronounce the fucking chemicals that are in those fucking vapes. We don't even understand the fucking chemicals that are in those vapes. How can you be fucking woke? How can you be enlightened? How can you be connected to God? How can you be in alignment with God and your greater good? And you're putting all that shit into your body on your own free will and not even understanding the damage you're causing. You don't even see the shit that's getting fucked up internally. You see everybody else smoking and it's puffing on these fucking vapes, and that's the latest fad. That's the coolest shit. It's just like cigarettes when cigarettes got started in America. Everybody saw them on billboards. Everybody saw the actors, the cool actors, the pretty actresses smoking on a fucking cigarette. And so in order to be cool, in order to be sexy, in order to be part of the in crew, man, you had to have a fucking cigarette in your mouth. Nobody understood the damage that was being caused by that. Nobody understood, man, look at what this shit is causing down the line. And the government sanctioned it. The healthcare sanctioned it. Nobody understood. So they say, the cancers, what's up with you, Wahid, and all the other problems that would come from smoking fucking cigarettes. And that shit's fucking legal. It's legal to go buy fucking cigarettes. But yet most people, a lot of people that are quote unquote waking up understand, man, I would never smoke cigarettes. Why? Because I know that you could get lung cancer and throat cancer and you get all this other shit. But they ain't woke enough to understand, well, damn, what the fuck am I inhaling with this fucking vape? What the fuck am I breathing in with these damn vapes? What type of damage is this gonna cause me? How is this gonna shorten my life? How is this messing with my organs? What is this doing to my blood? What is this doing to my liver? What is this doing to my spleen and my kidneys? What is this doing to my heart? I'm talking about the beast. That's a trip. We said that we believe in the God. A lot of us say that, man, we're here with this contract from God. And yet we're killing ourselves. How can you say you're a fucking chosen one and you're killing yourself? How can you say you're a chosen one and you're putting all this fucking poison into your body? This is a trip because the Bible talks about people that are called. They're set aside. They're different. They're different. Their lifestyle is different. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. How can your lifestyle be different if you're doing the same toxic bullshit as everybody else? But then you want to give yourself the title of chosen one, star seed, child of God, and all this other bullshit. And we can't tell you from anybody else. There's no different in your lifestyle. There's no different in your thought process. If your thought process is the exact same as everybody else, then what sets you apart? What makes you different? How the fuck can you be a chosen one? How the hell can you be a beacon of hope? How the hell can you be a beacon of love? If your lifestyle is the exact same as everybody else's. If your thought process is the same as everybody else's. How can they look to you for hope? How can they look to you for guidance? How can they look to you for direction and you're doing the same stupid shit they're doing? The beast. And the trip is inside of each and every one of us. There's beauty in the beast. You know what I mean? I love that cartoon. You know, the Disney cartoon, Beauty and the Beast. There's beauty in the beast in every one of us. In every one of us. The question is, which one are you going to listen? The question is, which one are you going to entertain? Years ago, I was told by a native mentor of mine that the young man was walking with his grandfather, and his grandfather was telling him, man, that there's a bear and a ravenous wolf within every person, right? And so the boy was like, okay, Grandpa, if there's a bear and a wolf, and the wolf is wild and mean, which one am I? If I have both of these people in me, if I have both of these animals in me, if I have both of these natures within me, how do I know who I am if I have both of these natures within me? Who am I? And the grandfather had explained to him, whichever one you feed, whichever one you listen to. You see, what he was telling him was, man, there's good, quote unquote, good and evil in every one of us. There's, quote unquote, good and bad in every one of us. There's the beauty and the beast in every one of us. Whichever one you entertain, whichever one you listen to, whatever frequency you choose to get on, that's who you are. And see, how do you get rid of the other one? You really don't get rid of it. What you do is you just have to learn to starve it. What I mean starve? You starve it of its energy. You take its power from it. And you do that, and you can only do that by taking away your energy to it, taking away your focus to it. Man, I have crazy thoughts that come to my mind sometimes. I have crazy thoughts that come to my mind sometimes. But I have to learn, man, just because I think this, just because this thought is here in my head and it's here, doesn't mean I have to entertain it. Just because this thought is here doesn't mean I have to respond to it. It doesn't mean I have to react on it. I have to learn to shift my attention away from it. And so, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand that, man, we are our own demon. We are our own fucking devil. And I know this is going to go against what you believe. You know what I mean? A lot of you. It's a frequency. It's a frequency. It's a frequency. You're responsible for that frequency. Whatever frequency you choose to get on, you're responsible for that. Spent a lot of time at the beach this summer. Saw a lot of different women. It was my responsibility to look at these women. Stay with me. I could look at these women and lust after them. I could look at these women and be like, damn, we'll do all the other stupid shit, right? Or I could look at these women, dang, that's my sister. Dang, she's like a daughter. What do I mean? It's all in how you process it. It's all in how you look at it. Just because I see a beautiful woman doesn't mean I have to lust after her. Just because I see somebody that looks fine as hell don't mean I got to sit there and contemplate about, man, what I could do with that. It doesn't mean I have to sit there and just think about, damn, I wonder what this would be like. I wonder if she could do this. I wonder that you ain't got to think about all of that. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. You have a beast inside of you. Acknowledge that. Own that shit. Every one of us do. We also have a savior inside of us. That savior, man, it's just our greatest version of ourselves. That savior, man, that's just our higher version of us. The best of us. That beast, man, it's just the worst of us. It's just the worst of us. The beast is just us being disconnected from source. I'm gonna try to say it this way. When I don't meditate, when I don't practice my meditation, when I don't spend time out in nature, when I'm not connected and grounded and rooted in who I am, why I'm here, when I'm not connected like that, man, I shift. What I mean, I shift. I'm disconnected from my source. And anytime you get disconnected from source, your energetic source, man, you start to die. It's like a fruit. You pull a fruit off the tree. The moment you pluck that fruit, I don't give a damn how good it looks. I don't give a damn how juicy it is. The moment you pluck it from the tree, it starts to die. Why? Because you disconnected it from its source. You disconnected it from its energetic source, from its flow. And so anytime you stop meditating, anytime you ain't meditating, anytime you ain't connected, anytime you ain't grounded and rooted, you're disconnected and you're dying. You're disconnected. Now the beast is coming up. Because that's the only thing left. Because you disconnected yourself from God, the Most High, Source, Universe, infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, infinite love. You disconnected yourself from that when you stop meditating. You disconnected yourself from that when you stop spending time in nature. You disconnected yourself from that when you get pissed. When you start doing stupid shit. When you start having these crazy thoughts and you're entertaining them. See, we have all these crazy thoughts and we entertain them. And all that is, that's just a reminder to, that's just God's way of saying, hey, look, you're not paying attention. Hey, look, you're looking at this woman and you're looking at how big her ass and how perky her titties are and whoop-doo-doo. Man, you're looking at this dude and you're all fascinating and lusting after his pecs and whoop-doo-doo. Man, you're disconnected from me. Hey, you're looking over here and you're caught up on the stupid shit over here. You're disconnected from me. That's why you're focused on this. Hey, you're not connected to infinite knowledge and wisdom and understanding and love. That's why you're dwelling on this. All this negativity, that's your light. That's God's warning to you that you're disconnected. That you're not in alignment. the beast. Start talking about witches a little earlier. And it's a trip because you know what? A lot of Christian people have this mentality that, man, you're a witch if you use herbs. You're a witch if you take different plants and you make oils out of them. You're a witch if you go out into the yard or into the garden or into the mountains and you pluck some plants up and you use them and you bring them in and you rub them on your cuts, or you rub them, you know, comfrey is good for that. You get an open cut or a scratch, man, rub some comfrey on that. You know what I mean? But there's so many different things. You know what I mean? And so many Christians, Americans, we got this stupid ass fucked up thought process that, man, if you ain't calling on the name of Jesus and you pulling all these other things up and you're doing all this other stuff, these natural remedies and this holistic stuff, man, that's the devil. That's witchcraft. We have to grow the fuck up. And here's the trick. And here's the ignorance of their fucking argument. We have, how can God Almighty, who created everything, and all these people say, man, God created all the plants, God created all this stuff. God created the plants. But now that I'm in alignment with God, I've been meditating and I got some information from him of how to use these plants to help me with my depression. I done got some information from him how to use these plants to help me change my cholesterol level, raise my blood pressure, lower my blood pressure, help me with my anxiety, help me with my fears and all this other shit, help me with my fucking sleep apnea. So I got all these things that God created, natural plants that can do all these things and a whole lot more. But now I'm a fucking witch. Now I'm a fucking warlock because I've tapped into God and I've learned how to use the shit that he created and that he put here for me, for us. We demonize what we don't understand. It's a trip out. We could put faith in these fucking doctors to give us medicine to help us. It shows you our ignorance. We have all the faith and confidence in these doctors. Oh, God put the doctors here to help us. God gave these doctors the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding to do all this other bullshit we spew. God put the plants here for us. But because we've disconnected from God, now we got to go to somebody else to get some medicine. And the medicine that they give us is toxic to our body. The medicine that they give us is toxic to our fucking liver. The medicine that they give us is toxic to our fucking immune system. And we're okay with it. And we're praising the doctors. And we're blessing the doctors. And thanking God for the doctors. Why? Because we're disconnected from God. We're disconnected from God. You could talk, man, you could talk all the talk you want to. Just because you talk about being a chosen one don't mean you're a chosen one. Just because you talk about being a star seed, a beacon of hope and love, blah, 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 don't mean you're that. You could talk about believing in God and having faith in God and all this other bullshit you spew. Just because you talk it don't mean it's real. It's a trip because, you know what? If I say I love my queen, I can't just say I love my queen. My actions have to support that. Through my actions, I show my queen that I love her. Through my actions, I show my queen that I got her best interest at heart. Through my actions, I show my queen that I'm here for you. I say it, but I back it up with my actions. My actions support what I say. What I say supports what I do. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. It's time we grow up and understand, man, if I talk this talk about being a chosen one, if I talk this talk about being in alignment, then my actions should support that. I shouldn't be sitting there telling I'm a chosen one, I'm this and da, 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 all this, and I'm doing all this toxic shit. I shouldn't be saying I'm connected to God and I woo do do woo and I'm in alignment and blah 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 blah, and I'm putting all this fucking poison into my body. I shouldn't say that I'm this, and that, and I'm sleeping with everything that'll say yes to me. I shouldn't say that, man, I love me and I value me, and I'm pumping on a fucking vape. Because that's a fucking contradiction. You're contradicting yourself every time you talk about, man, I love me some me. If you love you some me, why are you pumping on that nasty fucking poison? I know it tastes good. I know they got all these fucking flavors. But you don't know the poison you're putting into your body. How can you love you and put poison into your body? How can you love you and give your energy to everybody and just not even have any boundaries whatsoever? How can you say you love you and you never connect with God? You never meditate. You never get in alignment. See, because I love me, I'm careful about the shit that I consume. Because I love me, I don't entertain every fucking thing. Because I love me, man, I exercise. Because I love me, I don't spend time with just anybody. Because I love me. Talked about this a while back. You can't be on a high frequency of love. God, source, the Most High, whatever you want to call it. You can't be here and way down here in the dungeons at the same time. You can't be connected to God up here and down here in the fucking dungeons emotionally. See, that's what we got it fucking twisted. We got all these quote-unquote spiritual-minded fucking people running around talking about, I'm so spiritual, and I'm spiritual, and I'm not a Christian, I'm just spiritual, blah, 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 all this other bullshit, right? And you're so spiritual, but at the same time, you're fucking suicidal. You're so spiritual, but at the same time, you're so full of fear and anxiety and doubt and worry and blah, 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 blah. How the hell does that work? They're polar opposites. You can't be that way. It's one or the other. And what God is trying to show you is like, hey, look, yeah, you was just here with me. And then something happened and you went from being connected to me down to that low fucking frequency again. You were just right here with me. We were vibing high and you disconnected, not even knowing that you disconnected from me. Now you're suicidal again. Now you're depressed again. Now you got anxiety again. Now you got doubt again. Now you feel with hate again. Now you feel with racism again. Now you're homophobic again. Now you got all this other shit you got going on. You're not connected to God at that moment. I'm sorry to bust your fucking bubble, but grow up. You can't be putting other people down and blasting other people and whoop-de-whoop and thinking all this stupid shit and talking about, man, I'm a child of God and I'm the most high. You can't. You're not connected at that moment. Life is about frequencies. What frequency are you on? And you can change your frequency with the drop of a dime. And we don't understand that. We could be in a good mood and then a song will come on. And it'll make us remember some shit. And it'll fuck us up. We could be in a good mood and get a phone call. Or we'll see a text message pop up from somebody we can't fucking stand. And we see just a little bit of the text message and it sends us on one. We could be in a good mood and the wrong motherfucker walk through the door. We could be in a good mood and your raggedy ass boss walk in. And it sets you off. Why? Because God's trying to get you to understand. Look how quick your frequency shifted. Look how quick you disconnected from love, from source, and got on that low vibrating bullshit. You're not even aware of the fact that you shifted. You're not even aware. And some of us, we know that we shifted, but what we're not aware, man, I had to disconnect from God to get on your fucking level. I had to disconnect from God to tell you some shit I've been wanting to tell you for a minute. I had to disconnect from God because I was thinking about what you fucking said on that text message and it put me on one. I had to disconnect from God, the Most High, because you triggered me. And that set me back. That set me off. And so basically all that we do when we disconnect from God and hook up with it and do all this other stupid, we're telling God, hold up, time out, hold. Give me 5. Give me 5. And I'm about to let this bitch know some shit. I'm about to put this motherfucking in motherfucking place. You know what I mean? God, give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5. Because I'm about to say some shit and I don't want you to hear it. God, give me 5. Give me 5. I'm about to slap the shit out this bitch right here. I'm about to send this text message. And I know I hear you tell me not to send it, but I'm going to tell this bitch right now, this raggedy ass motherfucker, I'm going to give her a piece of my motherfucking mind. We should have did this shit long ass fucking time ago. If this bitch roll up over here, God, you better hold me back because I'm going to slap the shit out the hoe. And so we put God on timeout. We put God on pause. Every time our frequency shifts. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. And so what you're telling God at that moment is, God, I love you. God, I adore you. God, I worship. And that's what we say that with our mouth. But then we get triggered. We say that with our mouth. And then something happened. We say that with our mouth. And then we go left. And every time we go left, we letting God know, you ain't that fucking important to me. Source, the Most High, you ain't that important to me right here, right now. The most important thing to me right now is this raggedy bitch. The most important thing to me right now is this motherfucker on they bullshit. The most important thing to me right now is this simple-minded motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because I'm about to tell you some stupid shit. And that becomes the most important thing to us. Because that's where our energy goes. That's the frequency we get on. Because we shifted. We shifted from beauty and tapped into the beast. We shifted from love and tapped into the beast. We shifted from infinite knowledge and wisdom and our greater good and tapped into the demon within us, the monster within us. Not even understanding that God is using them and these things as a tool to show you where you're at in your growth and development. You ain't all there yet. You talking all the yeah, but you ain't really there yet. Look how quick you shifted. Look how quick you disconnected. Look how quick you lost it. Look how quick you went left. Your spirituality ain't as deep, ain't as strong as you think it is. Your spiritual game ain't as tough as you talk it is. The beast. The beast. Most of us, we're a slave to the beast. And we don't even understand that we're a slave to the beast. We're a prisoner to our own thoughts. We're a prisoner to our own belief system about who we are and who everybody else is. The white man ain't shit. The white man always trying to hold down the black man. The white man always trying to hold down the brother man. And women ain't shit. And guys ain't shit. And these people ain't shit. And my boss, we get so caught up in this bullshit. We caught up in the bullshit. What we have to do is learn to say, okay, every time I go left, every time I allow them to piss me off. Every time I get on this level, what I'm actually doing, all that I'm doing, in the grand scheme of things, all that I'm doing is disconnecting from love, disconnecting from God, the Most High, infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, whatever you want to call it. I'm disconnecting from them, and I'm getting tapped into this low vibrating bullshit. I'm choosing to lose my peace of mind. I'm choosing to let go of my joy. I'm choosing to let go of my greatest good and get on this negative bullshit. I'm choosing to do that. We choose to get on this low vibration. We choose that. Why? Because we're a slave to the beast. We're a slave to the monster within us. We're a slave to that demon, that devil within us. Whatever, it don't matter what you call it. It don't matter what you call it. Just like it don't matter what you call God. Same thing. Whether you call God love, whether you call God source, whether you call God the Most High, whether you call God force, energy, chi, man, it don't matter what you call God. God's not moved by what you think about him or what you call him. This negativity, this low vibration, it's not moved by what you call it. It don't even care. The only thing that matters is where you tapped in at. Are you tapped in over here in beauty? Or are you tapped in down here on beasts? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Where you tapped in at. It don't matter how you feel. What matters is where's your energy? What frequency are you on? Because you know what? There's a lot of people in the spiritual mode, man, your feelings matter and you got to go back. No. That's ignorant bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because you know what? You could be having sex with the wrong person and you be on some low vibrating bullshit. But in that moment, that shit feel good as fuck. When she's going down on you and that shit, you right at that point, that shit feel good as fuck. When you inside of her and you digging deep, it don't matter. You ain't thinking about the fact that you married and got kids at home. You ain't thinking about the fact that she's married and got kids at home. Man, you just thinking about, man, I'm about to bust a nut. No, da. That's all you thinking. And that shit feels good. That feeling feels good. So you gotta grow the fuck up. And it's not about how you fucking feel. You could be getting drunk and that shit feel good. You could be running lines and that shit feel good. Some of you smoke cigarettes and you can't fucking function until you get your first fucking puff, until you get your first cigarette in. Some of you feel good as fuck once you start vaping. First thing you do in the morning is reach over and grab your fucking vape. Like it's a fucking dick. It is what it is. It's grown folk channel. Grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Grow up. So you're doing all this stupid shit. And it feels good. You're doing all this stupid shit. And you think it's bringing you joy. Well, I can't function. Everybody on my job know don't talk to me until I have my first fucking cup of coffee. You're a fucking addict. You're an addict. And if the truth be told, fucking coffee ain't good for you. But we'll do that on another video. We have to grow up. It ain't about your fucking feelings. So a whole lot of motherfucking criminals out there putting gas in motherfuckers' head, in their mouth, and robbing them, and they feel good as fuck at that moment. Feel like they're cloud nine, like they're the fucking man. Because they don't got this fool for 9K. They feel good about themselves. There's a rush, an adrenaline rush that kicks in, and man, they got away with this. They don't knock this motherfucker out and took his shit, and they feel good about this. So it ain't about your feelings. It ain't about your feelings. Grow up. All it comes down to is, man, what's my frequency? Where am I tapped into? And see, the only way to know the truth, God, you're getting connected to God. Getting connected to love, infinite wisdom, infinite knowledge. Am I in alignment? Am I connected like I think I am? Am I grounded like I think I am? Am I in alignment like I talk I am? Am I connected to you like I talk I am? And so when all this shit come around you, all this noise, all these distractions, all this mayhem and chaos and bullshit, can I look at it? It's like, nah, that's not where I'm at. I don't want no parts of that. I value my peace of mind. I value my joy. I value my connection with God. Every one of us have beauty and beast in us. Every single one of us. The question is, who are you tapped into? Who are you tapped into? It's positive or negative. There is no in between. There is no middle ground. Your vibe, your energy level, your frequency. There is no middle ground. As long as you're connected to God, to Source, the Most High, you're connected to life. You're connected to life. And every time you disconnect, you start to die. And it's a trip, because I told you guys about the fruit. The longer the fruit or the vegetable stays disconnected from its source, it shrivels up. It starts to rot. It starts to wilt and fade away. That's what happens when you pull fruit off the tree. That's what happens when you pluck vegetables. You disconnect it from its source of energy. And after a while, it'll die. And that's true with us. And so what God is showing us, man, Elijah, you're entertaining the stupid music because you're disconnected from me. Elijah, you're watching these stupid ass shows because you're disconnected from me. Elijah, you're listening to these stupid people or these ignorant ass people talking this bullshit and these dumb ass fucking reality shows and these crazy ass fucking politicians and these crazy ass fucking religious people. You're listening and consuming all of this toxin. Why? Because you're disconnected from me. Elijah, you're putting in all this poison in your body. Why? Because you're disconnected from me. You're disconnected. My hope and prayer is that we understand that we all have a choice. All day, every day. Every day, all day, there's something trying to disconnect you from source, from God. That's the beast. That's the demon. That's the devil. That's their motive all day. How can I get you disconnected from source? If I send you over here, are you going to get caught up and forget about what you're supposed to be doing today? Is this going to get you disconnected from source? If I send these people around you, are you going to get disconnected from source? If these people say something to you, are you going to get disconnected from source? If you see this on Facebook and social media, are you going to get disconnected from source? If your boss gives you that look, are you going to get disconnected from source? That's their whole agenda. That's their whole agenda. It's to get you disconnected from source. That's it. That's it. Whether you want to say that's sinning, man, you can say whatever you want to say. Words, just words. You know what I mean? Stay connected. Stay connected. Your diet can disconnect you from source. The music, what you drink, the shit you smoke and breathe, all of that can disconnect you from source. That quick. And the most fucked up thing is, you'll still be believing that you're connected. And you haven't been connected in a while. And it's a trip because talk about synchronicities. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Talk about synchronicities. Talking about, oh man, I see 555, I see 333, I see 123, I see 444, and all. We see all these other different signs, right? And what God is trying to say, in that quick split second, you got back in alignment. You were connected to me for that split second. Just that fast. That's how quick you could get connected. That's how quick you could get disconnected. Just that fast. So the trip is, when you're connected to God, you don't have to see the 333, the 444, the 555, the 1212. You know what I mean? You don't have to see all these numbers. You see those things as a reminder and as a tool in the beginning of your growth and development to let you know, yeah, you're tapped in. Yeah, you're there. You're there. You're with me in this moment. In this moment, you're present. In this moment, you're accounted for. In this moment, you're in alignment. In this moment. And the only way to stay in that moment is meditating, being in alignment. Whether that's walking out in nature, whether that's having a garden and being in, whether that's exercising, whatever. There are many different ways of meditating. Many. But you have to meditate. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with us. We wish you the best. Happy healing. Peace.